We're gonna make today something I grew up eating. We are going to start with a head of cabbage that I cut up the top, and then I'm placing it in a hot water to start softening so we can get the leaves off it very easily. I grew up eating this food, and the only difference in my recipe today is that I'm not putting rice in it because I'm trying not to eat grains, and I'm trying to make my food more carb-free and a little more friendly to my stomach. So I have a ground beef there, ground beef with a little bit of fat. I think I used ribeye and some ribs and some soft meat, but anything is good, chuck is good, but you need just a little bit of fat. And then I also ground 1 onion with it and some garlic. Garlic is optional. And then you're going to put dried mint leaves. This is really recommended because it gives an amazing flavor. And then salt and pepper and a little bit of allspice, some olive oil because I just like the taste of olive oil in this food. It really comes through. And then I'm going to also add some tomato paste. So you see that was in my fridge. I put oil in it. That's why it looks like that. When you put oil on top of your tomato paste, it doesn't get moldy. That's how you hold its freshness. And then I'm going to also put red pepper paste. This is optional. The tomato paste is optional, and that's optional. The herbs are very important. So here I'm putting a lot of cilantro. I would say this was 2 bunches of cilantro. I love cilantro. You can also put dill. You can also put some parsley and whatever else you love, but I like cilantro, and traditionally we make this food with cilantro. Give it a good mix and make sure everything is incorporated, that you have enough salt in it, and it is delicious. It already tasted good because I try everything a little bit to make sure the salt is good, and it smelled amazing. I mean, once the food smells amazing, you know already it's going to be good, right? So now let's go to the cabbage, and I will show you how to do that. The cabbage, as the cabbage boils, it softens, the leaves start coming off. Please make sure you're very careful at this step because you don't want to pull the hot water onto you. You see, like when I'm pulling those leaves right there, it's not so easy and it could get dangerous very quickly. As your cabbage cooks, it softens and the leaves come off like that. And you want those leaves to get soft as well so that you can roll your cabbage very easily. Here we are with most of the leaves out of the cabbage, and this is your final product. You see how soft it is, and it just folds when you want to roll it. And I also took out the core to keep. We're going to take that core, we're going to cut it up, and we're going to put it on the bottom of our pan, of our pot. And this is the pot I'm using, my usual pot that I make dolma in. And I usually have pots designated to certain foods, like my soups are always made in a certain pot, and this food is also made in a certain pot. So I'm gonna cut up that core and put it on the bottom in case, we're not gonna run out of water, but in case we run out of water, we don't want our leaves, our food to burn, and this is like a protective layer. Let's get one of the cold ones all the way from the bottom, the ones we took out much earlier, and bring it here. I'm gonna make them small. I will cut this hard core off because that's useless to us. Okay, I'm gonna take some meat mixture, about this too much. Let's say we make them this size of your palm, if you have giant palms. I don't know what you want to do. I'm kidding. Okay. See, we're gonna wrap them like so. They're not tiny. They're not tiny, okay? This is the size they are. They're not like dolmas. They're not very thin and tiny. But with the smaller cabbage leaves, they'll be tinier. And then I'm gonna place it right here, okay? Just like that. And then we'll go around and we'll fit all of them. We'll put 2 plates on top, put hot water, and start simmering them. And here is the final product of all the leaves I have wrapped. It came out to about 16 pieces, and I tightly packed them. Now I'm putting 2 plates on them. We want the plates to protect the food from opening up while cooking. So now I'm putting hot water on it, and I am going to start simmering it. Bring it to a boil and then simmer it. I also moved it to the back burner because, you know, kids are running around the house. We don't want any accidents. So we're going to boil it for about an hour, 30 minutes until everything is nice and soft. After an hour and 30 minutes, this is what the food looks like. And those little fruits you see on top, they're just dried plums. They're special dried plums that we bring from the Caucasus. Somebody actually gave them to me, so I decided to just add them into my food. And they give this nice tart flavor to the food. If you have them, go ahead and add them. Or if you have plums, other plums, you can also add them. These are just dried in the sun, very natural. I hope you make this and you enjoy it. Thank you for watching.